Hello my lovely angels. Rowie Singh here, coming at you with another colourful makeup tutorial. Now, as part of Rimmel's Wow Wings campaign, I'm going to be showing you two looks. One look that's a little bit more attainable, a little bit more everyday, and then another look, which is this one right here, which is a little bit more edgy and editorial. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Alright my angels, so let's jump into the base. I've already applied a thin layer of my Rimmel primer just to save a little bit of time. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly buff in my Match Perfection foundation in the shade True Beige. My buffing brush and just adding just a couple of pumps to that, and then literally just stippling that into my skin. Oh my god, already that makes such a difference to my skin. I'm just so excited to get to the eyes, which is my favorite part, so I'm just gonna do my brows real quick. Now, I had a long night last night, so I desperately need to conceal. So of course I've got my Match Perfecting Skin Tone Adapting Concealer in the shade Ivory because I want it to be extra bright under my eyes. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit where I can see a tiny bit of discoloration right underneath the eye, like that. And then we're going to buff that out just so it looks like it's really melted into my skin. I want a bit of structure into my jawline, so I've got my Kate Moss bronzing palette and then just brush that against my cheekbone. And come on, we can't forget blush. Dipping into that middle color because it's got a really nice golden glow to it. Okay, I'm very excited. Are you ready? I didn't think you're ready because I'm not ready, but let me just show you anyway. I'm so incredibly hype about this palette. This is the Magnifies Electric Violet palette. It's a beautiful spectrum of blues and greens and many purples, so I'm in love. So this palette is blowing my mind for so many reasons, mainly because there's so much choice of purple, so it really gives you the option to build your eyeshadow and make it more intense as you go along. Just from swatching and really getting a good feel of the colors on my fingers, they're very smooth, almost quite velvety in texture, which means it's going to be so easy to blend. We love a cute palette that is also easy to use. And for those who don't tend to use a lot of color in their looks, this palette is still so good for that because look at these colors right here. You can create more like a nudie purple without going too crazy. And of course, if you want to build that look up, so possible. You just have to dip into these darker colors here, and bam, just like that, you've got a more intense look to work with. And that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you two looks with this palette. One that's a little bit more attainable, a little bit simpler, that still uses the purple tones, but a little bit more subtle, a little bit more natural, something that you can wear during the day. And the second look is going to be something that is definitely my forte, and that's something a bit more edgy, a bit more editorial, more dimension, and more color. So let's jump in. Let's start off by priming our eyes. I'm going to be using the Magnif'eyes eye primer. This is going to create a really nice base for my shadows and most importantly help that color really shine and pop through. It's also quite tacky in nature, which means that the eyeshadow is literally going to cling to that primer and really stay and last all day. Blending that out with my finger. So I'm gonna jump in with this color right here, which has a really nice shimmer to it as well. And it's also gonna match my shirt perfectly. So let's go in with this. I'm just gonna dip into that color a little bit and just tap off a little bit of extra product. And then I'm just gonna trace my crease and really work that product under my brow bone. Oh my god, it's so nice. It's so pretty. It matches my shirt perfectly. It's so good. Lavenders are really hard to work with because it's such a fine light color and normally shows up quite gray, but this is life-changing. Alright, so I'm really going over the whole lid with that color, not holding back, dipping in, tapping off the extra product and just building that so I can really get that nice intensity coming through. I'm going over my whole lid because this is more of an attainable look. I don't want to make it too complicated for you guys. So I'm literally using just one shade for this color. How easy. This is showing up so well and it's so easy to blend in. Partly because of the eye primer would have created a really nice base for this shadow. But also, like I mentioned, the texture of the product is so velvety that it really is just melting and blending so nicely into my lid. Big wow. I want to take that lighter color and just dab that on the brow bone, and that's really going to add a pop to this whole look. So if it's too intense, you can just buff it out, just like that. Alright, that is just looking so fresh and so fire. Obsessed. So I'm going to take my little Stay Satin liquid lip in the color Shoulder Pads and just add that to my lip for a tiny bit of color. This look is so cute, but there's definitely one thing missing, and that is lashes. Now this Wow Wings Scandaleyes mascara is so good, and not just because it matches my shirt, like for real, but the way that the brush is actually designed is very smart. So if you have a look, the brush is dual-sided. You have this one side that has this gorgeous wing shape that almost hugs the shape of your own eyelashes. And when you brush them through, it adds that volume. It really creates that wow type impact and volume, 11 times more volume to be exact. And that's just gonna help you spread out those lashes and get rid of any clumpiness. And that side is also really, really good for your lower lash line as well. And the other wow aspect about this mascara is that it diminishes all your mascara fears. It really doesn't clump. It's really, really easy to remove. You don't get any smudging. It lasts all day, and it's also buildable. So if you wanted to add to that volume as the day goes on, you totally can do that without it looking clumpy. I feel like that's really life-changing for me because there are so many moments during the day where I want to touch up my mascara because it does get a little bit droopy. But when I do touch it up, it just adds to the clump rather than the volume. And this doesn't do that. Like, it's probably one of the only mascaras that I've used that doesn't do that, pretty much because of these unique bristles. It basically combs the lash hairs out instead of applying and just thickening the product. And using that spiky side of the brush, I'm gonna do my lower lashes, which is so good. Wow. Normally when I do my lower lashes, I always get like the product on my actual lower lash line, but this is so much easier. I'm gonna just run my finger across the lash just to get rid of extra product. Oh, that's crazy. That difference is really crazy. Alright you guys, so that's the first look done. Very easy, attainable lavender eye look that's natural enough to wear during the day, but also still beautiful and intense to take that into the night as well. No doubt, this look is so cute, but I want to take it to the next level. Upon first glance of the Electric Violet palette, the first color that really caught my eye was this one right here. And that's because when I'm looking at it, it almost looks like it's color shifting. When I tilt it down, it's quite pink, but when I tilt it up, it's quite purple. Which is so cool, so I really, really want to work that color into my outer corner. I'm just going to take the brush that I was using before, dip into that color. You can see that purple start to pick up on the end of the brush. I'm going to start to tap and work that color into my outer corner to make it look far, far more intense. Adding a darker shade of purple really helps to create that dimension with your eye, and also just makes your eyes look a lot bigger, to be honest. Really just digging underneath my brow bone to blend that out, just like that. Just tapping it on. So you know that color that we popped on the brow bone, that really, really light lilac-y purple, this one here? I'm gonna take that and put it right on my inner corner here. You see that? That is creating such a gorgeous shine in my inner corner. So I need to use this green. Like, how could I not? It is calling my name. It's such a beautiful color. I mean, it's too pretty not to use that color, to be honest. Taking the same brush that I was using on my inner corner, I'm just gonna wipe off that light purple, dip into that green, picking up that product and tapping off any extra bits. I wanna start to slowly add that to my inner corner. I'm gonna take what's already there and just sort of drag it out. This is seriously so fire. Okay, again, I'm saying wow, because wow. I'm also just gonna intensify my Wow Wings mascara because I can. Yeah, see, it's crazy. Like, it intensifies without making it clumpy, and I don't know how it works, but it works. Using the other side of the brush just to fan out those lashes. So good. I understand why they say that this is 11 times more volume. Like, I'm literally seeing like 30 or 40 times more volume, but not gonna argue. Since we've intensified the eyes and the lashes, I might as well go in and intensify my lip as well. This one is also another Stay Satin in the shade Obsession. I'm just gonna add that to the midsection of my lip like this, and then I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger, just diffusing it with the shade I've already applied. I've added two cute little pearls on my inner corners as well, because I also feel like the pearls just go with the editorial, edgy nature of this look. I'm so obsessed with this. Very fresh and fun for summer, and it also uses one of my favorite colors, which is purple. I feel like the Wow Wings mascara should just be a staple in everyone's makeup bag because it really makes applying mascara so easy. It's smudge proof, flake proof, you won't get it underneath your eyes, it's really easy to take off. Practically the mascara of everyone's dreams. I'm so glad that I get to collaborate with Rimmel because they're literally one of my favorite brands, and their products are so on point. They're affordable and they're quality, and that's pretty much what everyone needs. I was genuinely shocked about how good these bright colors are showing up on my skin. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it inspires you to create something similar. My name is Rowie Singh for those who don't already know me. Don't forget to subscribe. So much love, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!